Get it.
Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now.
We just did it. Just got the first camera up in what I call the mark zone in here. We're gonna go put up one more on a giant hub scrape that was right down here, and then we're getting out of here. I'm seeing a lot of sign in here, like stuff's trampled up. I think it looks like turkey sign for the most part. It's all just kind of turned over. But I found a pretty good deer trail back here too. Almost threw the camera up on that, but proven spots don't lie. So I'm gonna turn this thing on real quick and we're gonna move up to the next one. I'm not planning on hunting this till mid to late October, but I want to get these cameras up now so I don't have to intrude to do this later. That's the ultimate goal. I'm gonna have to kill this so I can pull up my onyx and remember where those scrapes were. There's a licking branch right there. Alright. Do good work. Now I'm running behind. Took me a minute to find it. My onyx pin wasn't perfect. I remember last year when I found it. Scrapes aren't easy to see this time of year, obviously, but my onyx pin was kind of off. I kind of forgot last year when I set the pin. My thought was, don't step in the scrape. I saw it from about 15 feet away. Dropped the pin. I spent 10 minutes now looking for it. Looking for the scrape. So, we got it in there. Just gotta fight the spiders, get back to the truck, and I gotta go to class. Running late now. Next time you'll see me, it will be October. Today is Monday, October 11th. So it's a buck-iversary for me today. I shot my last open young deer 2 years ago today. Today it's like 70 degrees, kind of rainy, super windy, kind of just nasty conditions, but that's all right. It's been hot here for the last 2-3 weeks. Really, it hasn't got cold yet, but it's been real hot for about 3 weeks now. On Friday, the boys are gonna head up north, and they're gonna start off the public land trip. We pushed it back a week this year. The boys will be up there all week next week. And then I'll come up there hopefully Wednesday night next week. I'm not sure on that yet, but I'll get up there and then I'll be there for the second weekend, which will be the 24th and 25th, I believe. But in the meantime, I wanted to update you guys on my plans for today. It's rainy and nasty, as you can see. Got a west wind today, strong west wind. It's windier than hell, and I've got some cameras in what I call the mark zone to go check today. The mark zone is a northeast, east wind type of zone. He's in there on those winds because of just the way the ridges lay. That's when he beds there. I'm sure he's not far on a day like today, but I'm not going to throw a hunt at it tonight. I've got a lab I got to go to this evening. The good news is that I can go pull this car today. We're going to have west winds for the next 4 days. So give that I said a little time to dissipate out of there. I have not seen this deer or heard anything about him since last year. I have pictures of him in December. Since then, he's kind of been off my radar. I found the shed on my dash in March, and I'm pretty sure it was him from 2 years ago. So I think he lives there pretty consistently, I believe, and I have no reason to believe he's not alive. We got 2 weeks till I really start hitting this place hard. I don't think I'm going to hunt it until after the public land trip. At least that's my plan. I have some great intel from last year on him in there, and at the tail end of October. So that's kind of why I'm basing how I want to hunt him this year on that. That's why I'm waiting and holding off and not trying to scout it too much, not trying to booger it too much. I want it to be like it was last year when I went in there late October. After I almost hit the deer with my truck, actually. Went in there and just scouted it out one day, and it was red hot. So hopefully it's like that again this year, even if it's not to that point yet. Hopefully if I give it another 2 weeks to really heat up, it'll be like that. And there won't be any hunting pressure, just whatever I do today to pull these cameras, maybe poke around a little bit. And, I mean, if it's red hot right now, I don't see a reason not to hunt it this weekend, but I'm really not expecting to find a whole lot today. So hopefully just got a couple pictures of him just to know he still exists and he's still as big as I think he's going to be, and give me something to really look forward to, and give me a reason to hold that tag a little tighter when I go up north with the boys next weekend. So. Well, it's not super duper fresh, but that is the first rub I found this year on public land. So exciting. We're gonna keep on moving along this edge here, just looking for that and some scrapes possibly. Moving into the mark zone. I try to park my truck fairly far away, partly because that way if someone sees where I'm parked and they know that I'm hunting that deer, they might think maybe I got a bead on him somewhere else, and they'll stay away from the place where he's actually living. So that's my theory, at least. I'm gonna keep moving along this edge. That's what we like to see. There's bucks in here. What I'm really looking for right now is a fresh scrape to throw a camera on, or acorns. I think acorns are very primary, especially in this particular woods right now. I don't think there's a whole lot to eat besides acorns up in here and just other natural browse. So I just dropped right over this edge so I can kind of scout this upper third here as I move. And I got tired of walking through all that thick stuff up there, to be quite honest. But if you look down in here, right as this bottoms out, where it gets flat, look at how thick the vegetation gets right in here. Days like today, when it's super windy, I would not be a bit surprised if there's a buck or a couple, or even groups of does and whatnot that tuck into that thick stuff down in those holes. They don't deal with all this nonsense going up on top. It's like that all the way around. There's just these little points like this that just jut out. So we're gonna keep moving along this upper third here, and I'm just gonna hope I can find some rubs, maybe some acorns. My goal is really, there's a point to this ridge here, and the next point out is where the cameras are. And I'm wanting to get to there to check those cameras. It's a little scratched up, but the good stuff is up here about another 20 yards. There's another one right there. Nice row up here. Couple acorns right here. Yeah, that's a nice row. I've only moved about 30 yards up since I talked to you last. Thick bottom is still right down below me here to my left. That big oak right there is dropping. Maybe this one right here too. Some 3 cedars in a row and 20 yards here that are rubbed. So that's what we like to see. This little spot right here is one that I found last winter. You can see where this ditch comes down here and it continues down the hill and it kind of flattens out right here. There's a lot of tracks on the ground here where leaves are stirred up. Looks like they've been using it like I thought they would. Well, I just arrived at the first of my cameras here. It's not looking too great right here. I don't want to see much for sign, but we'll check the camera anyway. I gotta use my phone to check it, so I'll get back with you guys as soon as I pull this card. He's here. October 5th, he was right here. No deer on this camera for almost 3 weeks. There was 2 bucks the first day I put it up. Almost 3 weeks, not a deer. And then there's Mark. Still got some of the trash, but he lost a little bit of it too. But he's a giant typical 10-pointer. Giant typical 10-pointer. Some of the trash is a little bit faded out compared to what it used to be, but I think, you know, I don't know what happened there. It could have been that drought we had at the end of the summer. He wasn't growing all that extra shit to finish out, but I don't know. He's a giant typical 10-pointer, and it's him, no doubt. He looks awesome. He was here daylight, October 5th. It's October 11th today. So I'm gonna swap this card and I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I'm gonna check that other camera on my way out. I'm gonna see what the weather was like that day. And I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna kill that deer the next month. He's huge. Whew. Yes, 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 yes. Guys, that deer is so big. He's a freaking recluse, I'm telling you. There's no sign in here right now. Not to say that it won't come up, because it might pop up, and I haven't found really any acorns yet today. And like I said earlier, we haven't had the wind for this area really in 3 weeks. So, you know, we're gonna go northeast wind, and all those deer will be bedding on this area because of that wind direction. And it might just light up like that. Right now it looks dead in here. It looks dead in here. But then there he is. First deer on that camera in 3 weeks. There he is. Mark. Bang. It's been a pretty slow scouting day, honestly, but that's okay. Really. That's okay. I don't expect this area to be hot until it's hot. The lack of acorns I found in here does stress me out a little bit, but the lack of sign is not. It'll get hot when it gets hot. And if it don't, I'll have to go look elsewhere for him. But ultimately, I got exactly what I wanted today, which was just simply confirmation that Mark still exists. Oh, it makes me so happy to say that he's alive, he's well, he looks fantastic. So I'm kind of speed walking this last little section here. Not seeing a lot of what I'm looking for, but I'm not too concerned about it. Anyway, I just checked the weather report from the day that Mark was on camera at 5:30 p.m. and there was a northeast wind. So good news is he is in the same area as last year and he's using the same winds in the same way. And you know, I don't really see much of a chance of a northeast wind for the next 3 weeks that I won't be hunting. So if it pops up in the radar, I'll be here. So exciting stuff. He's a deer of habit and he's back to his old tricks again. So I just got to figure out where it is that I can get in there and get an arrow in him on that wind.